Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instruction on completing the task at hand. Visit my YouTube channel and watch my disclaimer video. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you find the information you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to program a remote control to function the doors and trunk on this Jaguar. This is an XJ8. Should work for other Jaguars as well, and this is a 2003 model. As you can see, when I push the lock button, nothing happens. The trunk button is silent, nothing happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and program this remote. Okay, when you're programming the remote control for opening the doors and things like that on this Jaguar, there's a few things that you need to understand, and let me go ahead and explain the process and the things you need to understand, and then I'll actually perform the process. Number one, I recommend that you roll the window down part of the way or most of the way down so that you can hear the car enter the program mode. The car will actually chirp when the program mode is entered. That way you know that you're in the program mode. Number two, when you enter the program mode and activate the remote to program it, you get a little red button light that lights up right here. That light will flash every time you program another remote. Number three, you have to go through the programming steps for each remote that you're going to program to a total of at least 5 remotes. Or if you only have 1 or 2 remotes, you have to activate those remotes so that the system thinks you have 5 remotes programmed. At least that's what I was told. It will not exit the program mode properly unless it was triggered through 5 remotes. So if you have 1 remote, you hit the button 5 times to program the system like it got 5 remotes. If you have 2 remotes, you do the first remote twice and the second remote 3 times, so on and so forth. Number 3, you need to realize that the ignition has 4 positions of the ignition. Every car ignition has 4 positions. Some of them are marked, some of them not. And the position it is in with no key in it is an off position, or if you got marks on it, it's a 0 position. The next position of the ignition is the accessory position, which is position 1. That allows you to run some functions like your windows or your radio, but none of the things for the car will be running, like, you know, different electronics for monitoring the engine and stuff like that. When you're in the first position, accessory position, you generally have no lights lit in your dash display. The third position of the ignition switch is the run position. When you turn the key to that second notch or third position, you'll see all of the dash lights in the car light up, like I'm getting ready to show you here. So all of these lights will be lit, but the car will not be running because you have not started the car. That's the run position. The last and final position is the start position, and when you turn it to that position, it'll start the car. So you need to understand the different positions, and the position for programming is the second position or the accessory position, which is the number 1 position. Now, rumor has it that you can only program up to 5 remotes. And if you program or activate the programming less than 5 times, indicating that you have 5 remotes, the programming may not complete its cycle. And if you have 2 remotes already programmed and you want to add a remote, you will need to program all 3 remotes over, because once you start the programming cycle and program 1, any remotes that you had already working will no longer work again unless they're programmed as well. Now, to program the car, what you do is you come over here and take the turn signal stock and you pull it back to activate the high beams. You can see on the wall the high beams are activated, and you hold that in position. Now you insert the key while you're holding that into the ignition, and you turn that to the first notch position, which is the accessory position. It's the first click. You have no dash lights, but you can function the windows and you can function the radio. So now that the car is in that function, you let go of the flasher, the turn signal stock, so that the high beams go out. Then you activate that position 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you let it go the 4th time, you'll hear the car chirp, and you leave it released. That chirp lets you know that you are in your program mode. Once you're in your program mode, you grab your remote and you activate one of the working buttons. Whether it's the unlock button, whatever button you got that will work, you activate that button. You'll see this light flash on your shifter. You activate the program remote 5 times. After your 5th time, you grab your key, turn the car off, pull it out, and you'll hear the car exit the program mode, and then your remotes will work. So let's go ahead and program this remote. I grab the turn signal stock, I pull it back. You see the light in the dash, and you see the lights outside. Now I'm going to reach over and stick the key in the ignition and turn it to the first position. Okay, I take the key, insert it, turn it to the first position. Now I'm going to let go of the flasher and flash the lights 4 additional times. 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as I let it go that 4th time, you might have heard the little chirp. Now I'm going to press this remote. Since it's my only one, I'm going to press it 5 times. I heard a chirp and I seen the light. I heard a chirp and I seen the light. I heard a chirp and I seen the light. That's the 4th time. That's the 5th time. Now I'm going to turn the car off and remove the key. Now I'm no longer in the program mode, and this remote should now work to unlock and lock the doors and open the trunk. Now if you have a remote where all of the buttons do not work, rumor has it that there is a way that you can open the remotes, access the control board, and replace the buttons. I have a remote that all of the buttons not working on, so I'm going to attempt to do that repair to that remote, and I'll do a video for it and link it in the comment section below. So let's see if it works. Now that it's programmed, I'll go ahead and hit the lock button. As you can see, it locks. Then I'll go ahead and hit the unlock button, and it unlocks. Rumor has it that sometimes you'll have a button or two go bad, and there's a couple of guys on the internet that said they opened this up and was able to fix those buttons. So if you got problems with your buttons that, you know, one of the buttons work and the other ones don't, you can possibly open up the remote and clean out the contact or something to make the contact work and make the remote function properly. Like most remotes, if you don't see a little screw, you just got to pry something in the crack of the remote and twist it to pop the remote open. You can do that usually with a flat tip screwdriver. I was able to take the flat tip screwdriver and pop the remote open, and let's see what kind of battery goes in there. Inside the battery case, it says that you need a 2032 size battery. Not sure if you can see that or not. And that is the size battery we have, the CR2032. You pop them out with a screwdriver or something, or a coin, and you put it in like that with the label down. If you're going to try to fix the remote, once you have the remote open, you can take an accessory screwdriver and pry the control panel out like that. So let me go ahead and get that the rest of the way out. It'll take 2 hands. This is how the remote looks when it's totally taken out. Sometimes those contact buttons get a little grease backed up in them somehow, build up a little contact grease. I've heard of people warming those up to kind of leak that grease out, but I don't see anything that I'm willing to do to mess with mine, so I'm going to go ahead and close it back up. But you can try that, putting a little heat on it, maybe touching it with a soldering iron or something. See if you can melt the contact grease out of there. Then you just squeeze it back together to close it up. So let me check one more time, make sure mine still work, and if you got any questions, go ahead and post them. Me or somebody else will try to answer for you. If you feel that this information was beneficial, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can also subscribe to my channel so that you can get notification of future videos that I post. Visit my channel. I have all types of do-it-yourself videos there. You can leave questions here and I'll try to respond to them as quick as possible. You can also visit my website at robertspinner.com. Thanks again for watching.